In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, and may the peace and blessing of Allah be upon His last and beloved Messenger Muhammad, and may the peace and blessing of Allah be upon you all. The title of this video is The Cure for AIDS and Cancer. Now, in this episode I will show the cure for the two most fatal, two most deadly diseases in our times, AIDS and cancer, from Quranic perspective, meaning deriving the cure from the last revelation of Allah God to people, the Quran. So by pondering upon the Quran and the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, I will show in this episode how to find the cure for AIDS and cancer. Now, as I said, AIDS and cancer are the two most fatal, two most deadly diseases in our times. Now, if we ponder upon a saying of Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, the translation is the following: that if in a nation fahisha means unlawful sexual acts, appear and they made them public, then plague and pains will become widespread in that nation. And this plague and pains were unknown for their forefathers. Now, this is the translation of the saying of Prophet Muhammad. Now, if we ponder upon this, we see that Prophet Muhammad teaches us and tells us that if in a certain nation unlawful sexual acts appear, and that nation made such acts public, then what will happen that Allah God Almighty will put plagues and pains on them. Then these plagues were unknown for their forefathers, meaning in new illnesses, in new diseases. Now, let's apply this to AIDS and cancer. Now, with regards to AIDS, now, AIDS is a plague. A plague means that's a disease that causes the death of a large number of people. So a plague, it can be understood as a disease that causes death for a large number of people, and that fits AIDS. Now, with AIDS, we see that it appeared when people start increasing their doing of unlawful sexual acts, and not only that, they made them public. For example, in certain nations, there are certain societies, they brag of having a girlfriend. Having a girlfriend means having sexual acts outside of marriage, and bragging about homosexuality, making festivals and making parades for such acts. So when these nations start doing these unlawful sexual acts and made them public, AIDS appeared. So let's see some statistics and compare this with the saying of Muhammad, that if in a nation they start doing unlawful sexual acts and they made them public, then Allah God Almighty will put plague and pains on them in new diseases. Now, if we look at some statistics from the World Health Organization, these statistics are taken from www.who.org, World Health Organization. For example, in the United States, the number of people with HIV, with AIDS infections, for example, in adults, males, the number comes to, in the United States, 1,200,000. About 1 million people infected with AIDS, adult men. And women, the number becomes 300,000. So these are the numbers of AIDS infections in the United States. And also in the United Kingdom, the number of adults infected with AIDS in 2005, 67,000, and the number of women, 21,000, infected with AIDS, this deadly disease, this plague. Now, we see that in these societies, in the United States and Europe, the committing of unlawful sexual acts became widespread among people, and they made them public. So Allah Almighty placed this disease on them, not because Allah God wants people to suffer and to be in pain, no, But this is a sign from Him to tell people that what you are doing is wrong and to stop doing these unlawful sexual acts, because these acts like adultery, incest, homosexuality, they have a devastating effect on society. So Allah Almighty wants to help people, so He gives them this sign that this is, you are doing something wrong. Come back, turn back for what you are doing, stop doing these unlawful sexual acts. And Allah states in the Quran that Allah makes people to taste some of the lower punishment compared to, of course, the punishment of the hellfire. This is a small kind of punishment, so that they will come back, they will return to the path of Allah Almighty and stop doing these unlawful sexual acts. And as I said, adultery and incest and homosexuality, they have a horrible effect on society. And so if we compare these numbers with the number of AIDS infected people in Jordan, for example, of course these kind of problems of adultery and incest and homosexuality, they're everywhere, but the percentage is so much higher in Western nations like United States and Europe. So if we compare with Jordan, for example, we have that the number of adults infected with AIDS less than 1,000. Less than 1,000 compared to 1.5 million in the United States. And in Lebanon, the number for adults infected with AIDS 2,900, and women less than 1,000. So we see that the problem is there, but there is a huge difference in the number of people infected with AIDS in the United States and in societies like Jordan and Lebanon, where this problem is so much less. So we see that there's a perfect kind of link to the saying Prophet Muhammad that if a nation made the unlawful sexual acts public, then new plagues and new pains will surface, and AIDS is an example for that. Now, before coming to the cure for AIDS, let's look at AIDS from a scientific point of view. Now, if we examine the AIDS virus, here we see the AIDS virus, and if we look at its surface, it has a hexagonal shell. It has an outer shell, outer skeleton. It's made up of links, and these links form a hexagonal shape. Now, if you compare this hexagonal shape, there's a big sign of Allah Almighty in this, and we can see this sign in the hexagonal design of this AIDS virus. If we ponder upon verse number 88 of chapter 27 of the Quran, which states, "And you will see the mountains and think them solid, but they shall pass away as the passing away of the clouds. The manufacturer of Allah God, who perfected all things, verily He is well acquainted with what you do." Now, in this Quranic verse, Allah Almighty tells us that His creation is a process of manufacturing, the manufacturing of Allah, the manufacturing of Allah. And if we ponder upon this, any manufacturer needs a sign that distinguishes his products from the products of others. For example, and for Allah belongs the best of examples, if a carpenter makes a chair, then he puts a certain mark in that chair to distinguish his product from the product of others. Likewise, Allah Almighty, when He creates anything, He places a sign in that product to testify this is the creation of Allah Almighty. So what is this sign? This sign is the hexagonal shape. And we can see this hexagonal shape in everything around us, everything that Allah Almighty created. For example, if we look at water, we see that Allah Almighty arranged the atoms in water in hexagonal pattern. This is the mark of Allah Almighty in His creation, the mark of the Creator in His creation. If we look at the beehives, we see that Allah Almighty designed the beehive with a hexagonal pattern as well. If we look at the eyes of insects, we have the eyes of a mosquito. We see that Allah Almighty designed them with a hexagonal cell as well, hexagonal design. If we look at human muscles, if we take cross-section in our muscles and we expand that cross-section, enlarge it, we see that Allah Almighty arranged the building block of muscles in hexagonal pattern as well. So we see, brothers and sisters, that the AIDS virus, Allah Almighty created this virus as a result of the actions of people in committing unlawful sexual acts and made them public. So this means, and this proves, that the AIDS virus, Allah Almighty manufactured, created that virus as a direct result of the people committing adultery, incest, homosexuality, and made them public. So the cure for AIDS is very straightforward. Stop doing unlawful sexual acts and making them public. Stop committing adultery, homosexuality, incest, because Allah Almighty created this AIDS virus as a result of these actions. So stop doing these actions. Allah Almighty will remove this virus. And it's no wonder that people with all their money and all their effort, they couldn't come up with a cure for AIDS, because Allah Almighty did not will it, because the reason why Allah Almighty created AIDS is still there. So the cure is straightforward. And the religious book, the only religious book on the face of the earth, which tells you directly not to commit adultery, incest, and not to stop homosexuality and to stop doing unlawful sexual acts, is the Noble Quran, the last revelation of Allah got to people. That was with regards to AIDS. Now coming to cancer. Cancer again is another fatal disease. It's a plague. Now, cancer is a relatively new disease. People in the past didn't know cancer, and it wasn't something common. So we need to apply why cancer appeared and why it became like a plague to the saying of Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, that if people do unlawful sexual acts and made them public, then Allah will bring new pains and new plagues on them. So what's the link between cancer and doing unlawful sexual acts? Now again, cancer appeared and became a plague, a worldwide problem, when people started increasing their unlawful sexual acts and making them public. So let me give some statistics, and then I will come to the link between doing unlawful sexual acts and cancer. Now, if we look at statistics about cancer, for example, in the United States in 2005, the main causes of death, we see that cancer is about 25%. So 1/4 of the deaths in the United States in 2005 are caused by cancer. The same applies to the United Kingdom. In 2005, 25% of the main causes of death is due to cancer. Now, if we compare that, for example, to Saudi Arabia in 2005, cancer was about 10% for the main causes of death. So there's a large difference between the two percentages in the causes of death in the United States and Europe and the Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia around 10% cancer, in the United States and United Kingdom 25%, and that applies to Europe as well. So we see again that if we link the behavior of society, their main kind of characteristics with cancer, we see a link. Now, what is the link between unlawful sexual acts and cancer? Now, with regards to women nowadays, they expose more and more of their body, especially in the chest region. So women, they expose their body and go public with that. And that's what Prophet Muhammad stated in the saying, in his teachings, that if people made unlawful sexual acts and made them public, so women exposing their bodies in public, that fits that description. And thus Allah Almighty made cancer as a result of, for example, women exposing their body in public. And I will show how the connection goes between the two. And for men, for example, if they continue doing adultery and bragging about them, because men now, they brag about having unlawful sexual acts and how he tricked that woman and how he seduced that woman as well. So if they continue doing that, Allah will keep this punishment until they realize what's happening and come back to the path of Allah Almighty. And to prove my point, if you continue with the statistics, for example, if we look at the cancer cases in the United States in females, and we see the main type of cancer in females in the United States in 2002, we see that breast cancer takes the lead. So the number one type of cancer in the United States for women is breast cancer. So because they are exposing women more and more, they're exposing their bodies, especially in the chest region, Allah Almighty is placing this kind of disease on them such that they would realize that they were doing is wrong. And this applies also to Europe. The main cause of cancer, the main type of cancer in women is breast cancer. And for example, the percentage in the United States is 100 to per 100,000, 100 case per 100,000. Now, if you compare that to Saudi Arabia in women, also breast cancer has a large kind of percentage. However, it's 30 to per 100,000. It's 30 per 100,000. United States 100 per 100,000. So the problem is there, but it's far less in societies where these actions are less severe. Now that's with women. Now with men, we see that, for example, in the United States, the main type of cancer is prostate cancer. The main type of cancer in men, prostate cancer. And the prostate gland is mainly kind of involved in the sexual process, during sexual intercourse. So the prostate cancer is one of the main glands involved during sexual intercourse. So because men are doing more and more adultery and bragging about it, so the disease is focused in that reason. So we see that even in the type of punishment of Allah Almighty, there is a sign for people. Why cancer is concentrated in the breast and the chest region for women and the prostate in men, there is a sign for in this. That you are using these organs at that location in a wrong way. You are using it in a wrong way, and as such, Allah gives this kind of pain and plague. And if you look, for example, about the types of cancer in Jordan, for men, we see that it's not prostate cancer, it's bladder cancer, it's not prostate, it's another type of cancer. Now, that is the statistics, and you see that it's a perfect fit with the saying Prophet Muhammad peace upon him. Now, how to understand cancer from a scientific point of view? Now, if you look at how to understand how cancer develops. Now, if you look at skin design, histology, a section in the human skin, we see that there is a main component of the human skin which is collagen protein. Collagen protein makes up the majority of our skin. And if you look at this protein, it's a triple helical structure, and this protein can absorb, can harness energy, whether it's thermal energy, magnetic energy, electrical energy. This protein, the collagen protein, can harness energy. So, let's take the case of women, for example. The skin of women is very sensitive to light, especially in the chest region. The skin of women is very sensitive to light. Now, so when women expose their body, expose their skin, especially in the chest region, now they are harnessing more and more energy from the sun, light energy and thermal energy from the sun. And this harnessing of energy, what it causes, that it causes the excitation of collagen molecules. They vibrate more and they produce energy when they vibrate. And this signal produced from these molecules, they trigger the cells to increase their production. So when these molecules, they are stimulated by energy, they produce a signal that tells the cells to produce more skin material, bone material. triggers these kind of cells like factories to produce. So the women, when they expose their body more and more, they are stimulating collagen molecules more and more, and as thus there's an increased production from the cells and tumors develop, because it's more than the body needs. It's abnormal stimulation for the body. So this abnormal stimulation for the collagen molecules causes abnormal activation of cells, and tumors that develop. And no wonder that the main cause of cancer in women is breast cancer and skin cancer, because they're exposing their body more and more, they are harnessing more and more energy, it's increased stimulation, increased production from the cells, the tumors develop. So what's the cure? The cure is what Allah teaches in the Quran, that women should cover their body, and what Prophet Muhammad teaches us that the women should cover their body except the hands to the wrist and their face. They can show this, but they need to cover their body when they go out. So we see how the teachings of Islam are all based on mercy. They are not to humiliate women, not to degrade women, but to protect them from psychological harm and physical harm as well. So the cure for cancer for women, for breast cancer and skin cancer, is the Islamic gear, the way the Muslim women, they dress, covering the whole body except the hands to the wrist and the face. And from a scientific point of view, that reduces the amount of energy harnessed by the collagen molecules in the skin, and thus lower excitation, lower activation of cells to produce new material. And for the men, because they are committing adultery more and more, so they are using the prostate gland, they are overstimulating that gland, fatigue, overstimulation, tumors develop. So if they use their body organs and these glands as Allah the Almighty teaches us in the Quran and how Prophet Muhammad taught us, then there will be no fatal diseases, no kind of cancer, no AIDS. But because people, they go away from the Quran and teaching Prophet Muhammad, they find themselves in the pain and despair they find themselves into. And to know more details about this topic, please visit my website at www.quran-miracle.com, and you can email me at zquran@yahoo.com, and may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all.